Welcome to the Methodical Marketer's Guide to Greatness. Learn how to use what you have to get to where you want to be in marketing and business. If you have seen some of the content that I have shared on different social media platforms and on my website, you will have seen that I champion the practice of using your customer problem statement or the problem that you solve for your customer to write a marketing message. You use your customer's problem to write a message that tells them how you are going to solve this problem and that helps them better understand the value that you offer. I would like to use this podcast episode to talk a bit more about the level of specificity that you need to bring to this marketing message that you are writing. This is inspired by a recent experience that I had where we needed to choose between two different headings, or two different value proposition statements, as they're also known, for a flyer that we were designing for an in-person event. So to set the scene, the event that we designed this for was for companies in the biopharma and life sciences industry. And the value that we offer and that we were marketing was all about how we help companies in this industry to better manage information through the use of structured content authoring, which ultimately shortens the lead time between the inception of a new product and getting that product to market. Now, in this statement, we can already see what the customer's problem is and how we help solve that problem. So we came up with two different headlines that both spoke to the value that we offer, but one was more specific than the other. We ultimately needed to decide between two options. Option A, speed up time to market with structured content, or option B, speed up products to patients with structured content. At first glance, you might think that they are one and the same. After all, they are both speaking to the same problem and to the same value. But here's the thing. Your marketing message competes for space in the minds of your audience. On any given day, your customer is presented with thousands of marketing messages that are either relevant to their situation or that get completely ignored because there is no obvious connection made in their minds between your message and the problem that they need solving. Taking that into consideration made option B seem like the more appropriate and effective headline to go with. Speed up products to patients with structured content. It is specific to our target market and to what they do. The connection between their current problem is already made for them in this statement. Don't get me wrong, option A, speed up time to market with structured content, is still correct, and you can still use that because it speaks to the problem that the customer has and then immediately tells the customer how you are solving this problem. It's just not as specific as option B. With option A, you are leaving it up to the reader to make that connection that this message is actually about what they do on a daily basis. We also tested our theory using paid advertising on LinkedIn. We created two different advertisements with the same body copy, same target audience, same call to action, etc., to keep all other variables as constant as possible. All we did was change the headline in each of the advertisements. We then let the advertisements run, and our findings also supported what I said earlier. The engagement rate on option B was much higher than that of option A, which showed us that our audience responded better to a more specific headline. Now, I know this isn't definitive proof that you should always use this approach when writing your value proposition statement, but it worked for us, and I'm sure that if you keep this in mind, the next time you develop your marketing material, it will work for you too. Until next time, thank you for listening.